Far Cry 6 runs best on the Xbox Series X. Adidas is making some really cool Xbox 360 themed shoes, and Xbox continues to grow their studios organically. So Far Cry 6 is now officially out. A lot of people have been getting their hands on it and playing it. I got early access as the code was provided to me through the Ubisoft Canada Guild from Ubisoft, and I've absolutely had an amazing time so far with Far Cry 6. It is probably one of the most fun games that I've played this year. It's definitely up there as one of my favorite games in 2021. Now, in terms of how Far Cry is running on the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S, it seems like the Xbox Series X is the best way to play this game. And even when I was playing this game and talking about it when I streamed it and everything, people were asking me, how did this game run? How did it look? Graphically, it looks very, very good. It's a beautiful looking game with all the different areas within it, the grass, the water, all that kind of stuff, vibrant and just a joy to run around, fly around, or drive around in. So it's really, really cool in that sense. But on top of that, the frames per second is pretty much locked to 60 FPS. There hasn't been any really hiccups that I've experienced, and we've seen other people who are doing like the technical reviews on it aren't really experiencing any hiccups, and that's both on the Series X and the Series S. And that's what I found too when I was playing this game before it was actually released. And the resolutions are actually really well done, especially on the Xbox Series consoles, as the Series X is the highest resolution, hitting all the way up to the 4K resolution. So we take a look at it here, and it says here that the Series X can actually hit the 4K resolution, but this game is dynamically scaled in order to maintain that 60 frames per second. So the highest is 4K and the lowest is 3072 by 1728 on the Series X, which that lowest resolution is still pretty good. And then on the PlayStation 5, it does not hit 4K. The highest resolution is 3392 by 1908, and the minimum resolution is 2944 by 1656. So the Series X is roughly 12% higher in terms of its resolution than the PlayStation 5. And then you get the Series S. Now the Series S, again, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's hitting the highest resolution of 1440p, and the lowest resolution is 1080p. And I've actually played Far Cry 6 on both consoles a lot. I've played a lot on the Series S, and the game runs really well. You're always hitting the 60 frames per second. I played on a 1440p monitor, and it looks really good. So the game is well optimized for all three of the consoles, but it runs best definitely on the Xbox Series X. Okay, jumping over here to some more shoes that companies are making collaboration with Xbox. Another one from Adidas, and these ones I think are really cool, and they will be available to the general public. Now, these are the Xbox 360 Form Mid shoes, and as you can see here, it has the Xbox logo on the side, which, I mean, really cool aesthetic, and it has like that white, gray, and green that the original Xbox 360 when it released, that was like all of the branding for it. And then it has the logo here on the front, you know, that classic Xbox 360 on the disc tray where it says Xbox 360 with the font and everything, super cool. And then on the bottom of the shoe as well, also here it has like the different color of strings you can choose for it, but on the bottom of the shoe as well, it has that power button that you had, the big power button on the 360. Now these look really, really cool. I definitely want to get a pair of these. They will actually be available on October 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're $200 Canadian. So if they're available in the United States, I'm sure they will be maybe like 170, 160 or something like that. But 10 a.m. on October 30th, make sure to stay tuned for that if you want to get your hands on these shoes. I will definitely be looking to try to get these. And finally, here we got some tweets here from Clobro talking about the Xbox studios and how they have seen organic growth throughout the year. So here's what he says. Several Xbox studios have seen significant organic growth this year. While not entirely accurate, LinkedIn gives a good projection here. In particular, studios like Obsidian, Playground Games, Undead Labs, Turn 10, Ninja Theory, and Machine Games are ramping up production and capabilities. Then he gives some graphs here showing that there was an increase in 6% of the total headcount at Obsidian Entertainment, a Ninja Theory an uptick of 19%, a Playground up 5%, Turn 10 up 10%. So that is pretty significant growth in the last year. But like Clobro says here, it's not 100% accurate. There may be a little variation in these numbers. However, there definitely seems like there is organic growth going on in these first party Xbox studios. And I think this is great to see because yes, Xbox is out there acquiring studios, but once they get all these studios together under the Xbox Game Studios banner, in order to continue to improve, to continue to make great games, they're going to have to grow internally, organically, rather than always just kind of like outsourcing things if they need extra help on games. So it's exciting because, I mean, this is something that PlayStation has talked about, which is continuing to grow organically. And we've seen in the last couple of months, PlayStation just buying up smaller studios. And now we're seeing, since the acquisition of Bethesda, all of these first party Xbox studios are growing organically. And I'm excited to see what they can do, what other things come out of these studios in the future, because it seems like we are just hitting the very beginning of what we're going to see from the first party Xbox games. I can't wait until they start coming out on that consistent basis, and we're going to have so many great games nonstop on Xbox Game Pass day one, month after month after month. So it's very exciting stuff to think about the future of Xbox, and the first year has been really good. Think about what's going to happen in the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years of Xbox. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Far Cry 6 and where are you playing this game? Are you going to try to get those Xbox 360 Adidas shoes? And what do you think about that organic growth within the first party Xbox studios? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you liked what you saw throughout this video, you found it entertaining and informative, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Help this channel grow, help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.